Welcome back to Soundscape, where we uncover the truth, the emotion, and the stories hidden behind your favorite songs. Today, we're diving deep into one of Beyoncé's most powerful, thought-provoking, and emotionally charged ballads. If I Were a Boy, this is a song that transcends typical heartbreak anthems. It's not just about a breakup. It's a profound exploration of being unseen, unheard, and fundamentally taken for granted in a relationship. It's a cry for empathy, a mirror held up to the subtle inequalities that can poison love from the inside out. Released in 2008 as a lead single from her iconic double album, I Am Sasha Fierce, this track marked a significant shift. On the I Am side of the album, Beyoncé stripped back the high-energy production and fierce alter ego to reveal a more vulnerable, raw, and intimate artist. If I Were a Boy became the flagship of this vulnerability. It wasn't the soaring high notes or complex production that made it a global phenomenon. It was the stark, brutal honesty of its lyrics. This song resonated with millions because it gave a voice to anyone, regardless of gender, who has ever felt ignored, misunderstood, or dismissed as too emotional, when all they were really asking for was basic respect and consideration. It captured a universal feeling of frustration and quiet desperation that many had felt, but couldn't articulate. The song was originally written and recorded by a relatively unknown artist named B.C. Jean. The story goes that she was inspired after a frustrating experience, where a male partner nonchalantly dismissed her feelings over something that was very important to her. In a moment of exasperation, she thought, "I wish I were a boy right now," and the concept for the song was born. She co-wrote it with Toby Gad, and they created a demo that eventually found its way to Beyoncé's team. When Beyoncé heard it, she connected with it instantly. She felt it was a story that needed to be told on a grander scale, a message that would speak to her massive audience. And she was right. Her rendition turned a personal lament into a global anthem for emotional justice. Let's get into the story behind these lyrics. The opening lines immediately set the tone and the central fantasy. If I were a boy, even just for a day. It's a wish, but it's a painful one. She isn't fantasizing about power or privilege in a broad sense. She's fantasizing about a very specific kind of freedom. Freedom from the emotional labor she carries single-handedly in her relationship. She imagines stepping into her partner's shoes, experiencing a world where her actions don't have to be constantly weighed against someone else's feelings. She sings, "ID roll out of bed in the morning and throw on what I wanted and go." This isn't just about getting dressed. It's a powerful metaphor for a carefree existence. It's a quiet, cutting accusation that says, you don't think about me when you start your day. You don't consider how your choices, even the small ones, affect our life together. She continues this theme. Imagining a day filled with drinking beer with the guys and chasing after girls. She knows this behavior would hurt her, yet she imagines doing it herself without a second thought. Why? Because she's trying to inhabit his mindset. A mindset that seems to operate without a conscience, without considering the emotional consequences of his actions. This isn't a song about gender roles in a literal sense. It's about a deep, painful empathy gap. It's about being with someone who simply cannot or will not see the world from your perspective. As we move deeper into the song, the conflict becomes clearer and more heartbreaking. She sings, "I'd listen to her, 'cause I know how it hurts when you lose the one you wanted." Why? 'Cause he's taken you for granted and everything you had got destroyed. Here, she's not just imagining being a boy. She's imagining being a *by boy, a better partner. She's projecting her own capacity for empathy onto him, essentially saying, if I had your freedom, I wouldn't abuse it. I would use it to be a more considerate, more loving partner, because I know what it feels like to be on the receiving end of carelessness. This reveals the core tragedy of the song. She doesn't want to be him. She wants him to be more like her. She wants him to understand the pain he's causing because she loves him and wants the relationship to work. The pre-chorus is where her frustration truly boils over into exhaustion. The lines, "If I were a boy, I think I could understand how it feels to love a girl. I swear I'd be a better man." This is the plea at the heart of the song. It's a desperate cry for him to see her, to validate her feelings. The music swells here, her voice filled with a mix of longing and resignation. She isn't screaming in anger. She's tired. She's tired of explaining, tired of asking, tired of giving a love that isn't reciprocated with the same level of care and attention. This is the distinct pain of being with someone who doesn't appreciate what they have, not out of malice, but out of sheer ignorance or indifference. They do and see the value of your love until it's no longer there for them to take for granted. And then comes the twist, the turn in the final act of the song that hits with the force of an emotional tidal wave. The music shifts, the perspective flips, and we hear the partner's voice, a sudden awakening. But it's too late, Beyoncé sings, with a chilling finality. But you're just a boy. You don't understand, and you don't care how it hurts until you lose the one you wanted. The fantasy is over. Reality crashes back in. He's not a better man. He's just a boy, immature and oblivious. This isn't just a warning anymore. It's a verdict. It's a truth that so many people learn far too late. You can feel her reaching the breaking point, a place of profound emotional exhaustion where she realizes her own worth. She knows she deserves better, and more importantly, she's finally found the strength to walk away and choose herself. The final, repeated line, "But you're just a boy," is delivered with a mix of sadness, pity, and empowerment. The love is gone, replaced by a clear-eyed understanding of the situation. He didn't value her, he didn't see her, and now he has to live with the consequences. The song ends not with a resolution for the couple, but with a resolution for her. She has found her peace by accepting the painful truth and moving on. So what is the ultimate message of "If I Were a Boy"? It's so much more than a simple role reversal fantasy. It's a powerful lesson about the nature of true partnership. It teaches us that love isn't about ego or who's right and who's wrong. It's about effort. It's about paying attention. It's about making a conscious choice every single day to understand your partner's feelings, to see the world through their eyes, and to care for their heart before they reach the point where they have to take it back to protect it. It's a reminder to cherish the people in our lives, to listen to them, and to never, ever take their love for granted. It's a timeless masterpiece because it speaks a fundamental truth about human connection. Empathy is the oxygen that keeps love alive. Have you ever felt invisible in a relationship? Have you ever wished that someone you cared about could just feel what you feel, even for a single day? This song touches on such a raw and relatable nerve. I'd love to hear your thoughts and your own stories in the comments below. Let's talk about it. And if this resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell for more storytelling commentary. You're watching Soundscape, where music meets meaning. Thanks for joining me.